US states versus European countries. Which side will come out on top? Because it's gonna be a close one. They're all on teams, by the way. In purple, we have Operation Texas, and in brown, we have the German Commonwealth. Obviously, the leaders of each team don't really matter. I just thought it kind of made sense to put these ones as the leaders. Now, Greenland is interesting because Greenland is smashed in between both of these continents, but remember, that is currently under European control, since that is a part of Denmark officially. Now, maybe I'll have to come back to this video in the future and redo it so that Greenland is on the US's side at some point. Not trying to trigger anyone, I'm just saying. Because we are including US territories that aren't officially states, so Puerto Rico here in the Caribbean. And actually, there's a couple of spots on this map that are really going to be crucial for each team. So as you can see, these countries, both teams, are going to have to recolonize the globe. There's going to be a race for Africa, a race for South America, a race for Oceania. So some of these outside members are actually going to be huge. Like, look at Cyprus for the Europeans. They're right here. They're going to get the vast majority of all of this part of the world. Then there's French Guyana. Now, French Guyana is going to be competing a lot with Puerto Rico. I believe the French are overall going to get most of South America. However, let's not forget that the Americans have Hawaii out here in the Pacific, so they're going to get to East Asia first. Let's also not forget that the French have this island out here in Oceania. So, man, I really don't know who is going to win. The Germans have the French and Cyprus people that are really going to help them, and then the Greenlanders, because they're going to get a lot of Canada. But then the Americans have Alaska and Puerto Rico and Hawaii, like we said. I obviously tried to increase the amount of coastal tiles so that more areas can jump across different parts of the sea and grab and colonize land. Currently, the biggest country by far is Greenland, and that is under the European control. Then it's Alaska. Of course, that's on the US team. The way we're going to do this is we're going to wait to see when there is one winning team. Then after that team wins, I'm going to break down the alliances, and it's going to be a battle royale just among each other. So if the US states win, I will eventually break up this Texas alliance, and then it's just going to be an all-out fight. Same goes for Europe if they win. So I'm really curious to see what happens. Let's go ahead and press play and see what happens. Also, this is extremely important, these first couple seconds. Now, there's a whole lot of American states in the middle here that are not going to be able to do anything. However, they're going to literally just build up their economy and give all their money to some of these outside powers like California, Oregon, Washington, Alaska. The vast majority of states, to be honest, will be able to colonize. Well, I'm not actually sure about the East Coast here, because once they get here, they're probably going to get smashed. They're not going to be able to continue to expand out towards Africa. But I really wonder if that's going to help the US a lot. There's so much money that get thrown around here. Interesting to see some places begin to colonize faster than others. Look how fast Texas is going into Mexico. That versus New Mexico and Arizona, they're colonizing a lot slower. Europe, interestingly, does not have that same problem. There's a lot less landlocked places. I mean, there are obviously Austria, Czechia, Slovakia, Hungary, Croatia, as you can see, just got landlocked. But a lot of Europeans are going to be able to colonize most of the globe. Hawaii still has a while to get to Japan, but they're slowly making their way. Actually, the Hawaiians are going to stop. They might stop California, and they might stop Oregon and Washington from getting over here. This might backfire. Man, look at France go in South America. Yeah, they're going to get the vast majority. Why was Puerto Rico so slow in getting to this landmass? Remember that ocean tiles really don't help much at all here. Mediterranean nations are jumping across this massive inland sea, so this looks like pretty much the age of colonization again. The Italians getting Tunisia, Libya, Spain getting Morocco like they've always dreamed. There are core cities here. I've left all the core cities, so that might help. Oh man, Cyprus actually growing kind of slowly. Surprisingly, it's Romania that's really exploding. So everyone's colonizing at different paces. Also, like the geography map mode makes a big difference. I love this new map mode in this game. It's gonna be really fun to look at. I just like it. Just looking at it on a team basis, I mean, the brown team looks just way bigger than the purple team. Come on, Hawaii, you gotta get there. You gotta get there along with your brother Alaska. I don't know if the lower 48 states have been more insignificant than this point here. It's actually the states, Hawaii and Alaska, that might be the most important for the US. Or maybe not, because Latvia and Finland, they are exploding. They're essentially this world's Russia. Romania has grabbed a stranglehold over the Caspian Sea. Cyprus is getting up all of the Middle East. This is Spain getting, wow, a lot of the Ivory Coast. Yeah, so the terrain does make a very big difference. It's a lot harder to colonize some places versus other terrain. This is all just a giant desert. Wow, look at that. Oh, that's right. The British have the Falklands. I forgot to mention that. Oh, okay. So that means that they got a lot of Argentina. They actually got Buenos Aires, and they're probably going to get a majority of Chile. Man, this is looking like it's going to be one-sided, but again, I think the special wild card is to see what these states, these landlocked states, are going to do. As soon as we see the first war between these two teams, I mean, money is going to be flying all over the place. And actually, we do have our first war. It's Maine versus Alaska. Now, a lot of the European countries are supporting, obviously, Greenland. Man, look at these here. Oh, man, all they have to do is sit here with all this land. Should have known. If anyone was going to be able to recolonize the globe, it would be the ones that, well, historically did it. They have the most experience with it. Europeans, once again, grabbing up a bunch of land that is outside outside of Europe. Oh, but there we go. Hawaii. Oh, and look at Alaska go. In fact, taking land away from Latvia. Hawaii getting so... Oh, man. Yeah, it looks like Romania and Cyprus really slowing down a lot. Look how fast Hawaii is going. They're going to get a majority of... Oh, that's right. France has a lot of Oceania. They're going to get a majority of India. Latvia continues to lose this war against Alaska. Once the world is entirely colonized, which Spain is kind of really slowing down at this final part of Africa, but they're getting there. Okay, so Spain's going to get like all the cores here. I wonder really how they beat out Italy and Greece. Oh boy, Greenland really taking it to Maine now, but again, people are feeding Maine. Maybe they can push back on them, or maybe they just die. I don't know. Looks like Minnesota has the majority of the core of Canada, and Idaho is kind of, well, they kind of cucked Montana here, clearly. Alaska looks powerful. Okay, so it's, oh, Greenland did puppet Maine, so they will be going down. That's right, with the new puppet feature in this game, alliances will be forced to change sides, whether we want them to or not. So statistically speaking, the biggest country on Earth is France, then it's Spain, then it's Latvia, then it's Hawaii. So there's only one U.S. state in the, well, Hawaii is in 4th, Alaska's in 5th. Then Finland, Greenland, Cyprus, Romania, Minnesota, finally Spain and France are connected to each other. Man, the map looks really interesting. A lot more nations obviously here in North America because so many places that could not colonize. The alliance map mode will not break down, but wow, look how drastic this is. Unfortunately, Maine is feeding a lot of gold into Green. Oh, and then there goes the annexation. Okay, so now Greenland borders New York and Vermont and a lot of these smaller, that's gonna be very easy to kill. Finland's declared war on Alaska. That's gonna be interesting. Oh, okay, it's gonna be Finland and Latvia versus, dude, you gotta call in Hawaii. You're gonna have to call in Hawaii. This is really the U.S. states' only chance. What's Puerto Rico doing? Puerto Rico is here, but man, they do not look good. This is big for the British since they still control the British Isles. If the Europeans do end up winning and then we have to destroy the alliances, maybe this is going to stop because the French look powerful. Well, so does Spain. Well, so does Latvia and Finland, but there's a couple strong European powers. Oh no, now everyone's attacking Hawaii. Alaska, get in on this, bro. Okay, look at everyone feeding Hawaii though. Look at all this gold being given by the contiguous 48 states. That's a lot of money. Meanwhile, I actually don't see the Europeans sharing quite as much. Oh wow, Latvia's declared war on Mongolia. Oh, oh, I forgot that there's civil wars here. That is going to be a neutral faction or a neutral team. They're obviously not on anyone's team, not yet, unless they get puppeted. Kazakhstan is also free. I did not think we were going to see a cameo from outside the North American and European continents, but here we are. And this is actually going to do a significant amount of damage to Latvia. This is interesting. This really could turn the tide for Hawaii and Alaska if they eat these powers, which they're not going to join any team. Maybe they'll join each other's team, but I don't think they're going to join the Europeans or US. Oh boy, now the US state's really taking it to Greenland. The problem is the Europeans are feeding Greenland a lot of cash. New York's gaining ground and so is Minnesota. It's kind of going back and forth. Oh, also Connecticut is involved in this war. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so we have a couple deaths. Rhode Island was conquered. Latvia was declared war on Kazakhstan. North Carolina declared war on Greenland. Connecticut was conquered. New York was conquered. North Carolina was conquered by Greenland. It's all Greenland. Greenland's really getting their revenge on the US states. They do not like the idea, I guess, of being bought out and becoming the 51st state. They're killing us for that reason. What is that? What is even that? Tajikistan. Oh man, some of these revolts have been crazy. Again, this could still turn the tide. The US can continue to... Spanish Ireland. Oh my goodness, I forgot unifications were on in this game. This is becoming so much more insane than I ever expected it to be. So Spain is now going to begin to unite with other powers in their own alliance. So maybe the battle royale, once these two teams finally have won, won't be quite as interesting as I thought because there might be just only a couple powers left. Well, this gives Ireland a chance of maybe getting the dub. You can do like 4-way unions, can't you? Mongolia is now attacking Kazakhstan. Tajikistan did get destroyed, so Hawaii got a little bit bigger because of that. We also have a free Malay. Finland is now puppeted Kazakhstan. Kyrgyzstan has arrived. If you can't hold on to this, then that's going to be a problem. Oh my goodness. Greenland is just going straight through the coast. Now, is Greenland going to be able to hold on to all these states? Because I can definitely see a couple rebellions that can occur. Did some of them occur? Oh no, they just haven't taken out Connecticut yet. They're going to have to put a lot more money into maybe Minnesota, maybe Texas. Texas is looking kind of powerful, but not really. Hawaii and Alaska both working together to try to destroy Mongolia. Now it's the Spain, Irish, and Cyprus union. Greenland continues to destroy eastern coast states. Now they're getting down to Florida. They grabbed Tennessee. They've even landed in Cuba. Oh, Florida's actually still alive technically. Does Florida have the Panama Canal? How'd they manage to do that? That's incredible. Okay, so Mongolia was a puppet to Finland, and now Finland's probably going to begin to slowly annex that. Oh, Uzbekistan is now here. Alaska and Hawaii once again trying to wombo combo the Finns. Oh, Finland just annexed Mongolia. Is this a good thing or a bad thing that some of these European countries are uniting? I kind of want to say it's actually a bad thing. Are there any unifications happening in the states here? No, not to my knowledge. This is less money. Like if Spain finds themselves in a lot of different wars, that might destroy their economy. You still want friends to feed you. Oh my gosh, Hungary, Slovakia, Slovenia, and Croatia. This is a crazy union. It's basically Austria-Hungary again without Austria. Well, they kind of have Austria here. And there go the Swiss. It's now the Hungarian, Slovakian, Slovenian, Croatian, and the Swiss alliance. Did I say that all right? Greenland is single-handedly destroying North America. This is insane. Oh man, it almost feels like the Brits know they're going to win, so they're beginning to form teams before. Wow, the Brits just annexed Germany. To be fair, their name is the United Kingdom, Belgian. Where even is their name? Where is your name? Did you forget your name? We also have Icelandic Denmark, which kind of makes sense. Alaska and Minnesota trying to fight off Greenland. Oh, there was a rebellion. Did Alabama gain their freedom? So did Louisiana. Some of these states are really small, though. This is the issue. The France-Italian Union. Man, the Europeans looking really confident, like they're going to win this. Iowa was now conquered by Greenland. Kansas was conquered by Greenland. Look at all of these states begin to fall one by one. Now Texas was just puppeted. Absolute dominancy. I mean, until they destroy Alaska and Hawaii, though, that is going to be the real question. But the thing is, how powerful is Greenland going to get? Oh! Whoa! Everyone just gained their freedom at the same time, it looks like. I don't even know what some of these are. Well, South Carolina is here. Illinois is here. Wisconsin is back. There's a couple places that are just made up. Did they rejoin their former teams? No, though. No, it doesn't look like they did. These guys are going to be independent powers. This is going to be a complete mess. How insane. Yeah, it's all in the hands of Hawaii and Alaska to make this comeback. Greenland actually might die. It is possible Greenland dies. They got wrecked. That was crazy because there was such a massive. Okay, that's basically the Bahamas. There might have been just another rebellion. My game did spaz out for a second. Venezuela is now here. I could slow down the French. Greenland made it to Panama. Texas is still a puppet under Greenland officially. And now we have Afghanistan. How did Afghanistan get over there? Oh, there's a bunch more rebellions. India's here. Nepal's here. I love the cameos. Again, none of these nations are going to be able to join any alliance or form their own alliance until we have a clear winner between Europe and the US. But then after that, it's anyone's game. We are finally seeing some unions, the Minnesota, Idaho, and Nevada alliance. I mean, something's going to have to happen here. Oh yeah, some of the states are now battling each other. So the alliances have broken down and now the states are just battling for supremacy. Tennessee doesn't want to get landlocked again. I get it. That is understandable. Look at Yellow Pot go. Greenland's got a lot of their territory back, but then there's the Green Bay. Green Bay, the Packers? How did you get over here, Minnesota? That's crazy. There's Greenland, now there's Green Bay. Minnesota's not even here. I don't even know what the hell's going on. This has been an absolute insane game so far. I'm waiting for Hawaii and Alaska to unite, but I don't know if they're going to want to do that. Ooh, Hawaii's got to watch it. France is entering into Southeast Asia. I don't think there's going to be much more unifications out of Europe. It might be maxed out now. What the hell? Okay, some of these places I don't even know. High Hut, Wyoming, Nebraska, Colorado, Minnesota, Idaho, Nevada, California, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota. Then we have Greenland still winning. They're still trying to get back to their old territory. I don't even know if I can keep up to date with this. Okay, you know what? The U.S. is now led by, well, Texas is gone, so that's why the color had to change. This still looks pretty even. Although when you check the alliance map mode, in terms of land area, one alliance just controls so much more. It's crazy. Area-wise, the game is winning, or the Spanish, Irish, and Cyprus nation is winning. Then we have the French Italians, and then the Finnish, Latvians, and Polish. Those unifications really throw a lot of things out of whack. It actually made this scenario that I thought could end up being kind of boring because of how the AI was just going to naturally colonize things if they were closer to uncolonized continents. It's made this whole game a lot more interesting. There goes New Mexico now. Ooh, New Mexico. Wait, New Mexico just got divided up. Look at these crazy borders. I do like how some of the borders are straight. Well, they start off straight like classic American borders do, and then they get destroyed. Will Greenland finally get the job done here? Will they finally destroy these US states? I can't even really tell what the hell's going on. There's so many made up countries. France has really not attempted much movement at all to move into like modern day Mexico or Cuba. Old crap. Okay, yeah, I thought no fake nations were gonna pop up, but then they did. They're gonna die though. Who was that? Oh, Portugal got a piece of Greenland. That puts possibly Portugal on the front lines here soon enough. Oh, Hawaii's got to be going down. Yeah, the French are probably gonna beat them. Okay, and there goes one of the final U.S. states. It's just Washington and Alaska, so those two combined and Hawaii. I think there's only 3 U.S. states left. Oh, Hawaii just annexed one of these places. They actually did join the American team. They watch them die right now. This is literally what the American team is left. It's just this purple. Oh, did Alaska just fall? I think Alaska just fell. Yes. And oh, I thought we were gonna lose Hawaii. Oh, Hawaii moved their capital to Japan. That's kind of funny. Oh, they've been puppeted too. Okay, it's over. Well, here you have it. Here is the winning team. It is definitely the Europeans, and they won by far. It wasn't even close. I don't even know how I could change this game to kind of make it a little bit more balanced. Removing Greenland, but Greenland was important. If we gave U.S. territories like Puerto Rico to the U.S., then obviously the Europeans had to have Greenland. It'd be a very interesting game if Trump does actually buy Greenland if we have to do the scenario over again. Okay, so now we go into God mode and we say leave alliances and create new alliances. That is now okay. Funny enough, there's actually only 5 nations left. They're unreadable because of how many like chaotic names that have formed, but I still kind of like that. Was not expecting only 5 nations to be left. Okay, here we go. Here's the chaos. My game is gonna blow up probably. Who will come out on top? It looks like it's either gonna be the Spanish, Irish, Cyprus, or Portuguese union, or the French-Italian union. Oh my gosh, I'm actually scared. This game is, I haven't seen this game lag like this before in a long time. Who wins? The British. Ooh, look at the Finnish. The Finns have annexed Romania, Lithuania. I like that they keep the starter of the union at the top in the first part of the name, because I remember this was Romania. Also, their capital, you can tell by where their capital is located. So they're leading the union. This is really Romania versus Finland, with some secondary powers that decided to join in. Still 5 nations left. Where's the, oh, these are the 5th nation. Statistically, it is Spain, Ireland, Cyprus, and Portugal that are winning, then French and Italy. I like that France and Italy is doing this with only 2. Everyone else has like a lot of alliances in their union. Yeah, what even is the alliances right now? So it's the French and Italians with the Finnish, and then the Spanish have allied to the Romanians and Greenlanders. These are such all-out wars. Also, the Europeans got to really just grow in economic strength because the US was so weak, so they're really having massive battles right now. Oh, the Finns might collapse. Did Romania switch sides? I believe they kind of did, in fact. Oh, it looks like the Finns are going down. The Finns might have ran out of money. They also had to move their capital in the middle of China. Or is that Mongolia? Or is it the Romanians that are actually going to go down? Oh, crap. Greenland's been puppeted. The Greenland people have been puppeted by Finland. Now it's Romania's once again puppeted. I can't even begin. I think it's going to be between the Finns and French. The Spanish are really in a tough spot, cornered off here. Spain hasn't had to move their capital, but look, the French did. The French moved their capital to French Guiana, which is actually pretty smart. Nice and safe over here. Oh, that's right. They still haven't gotten rid of the British, or, well, this was the Greenland. Britain is in this, right? Yeah. It was a Greenlander United Kingdom British Union, basically. I don't know how they still exist. And there were 3 left. Basically right now, Spain, Ireland, Cyprus, and Portugal are still on top, but man, they're in the middle. I guess with the game and the update where the map wraps around, everyone is in a way in the middle now, because you can like wrap around and all that. Issue is that Finland and Spain are in a friendship, and they're both fighting the French and Italians. So will they continue to keep this up, or will the alliance break down? Now it might, because since the French and Italians are looking so weak, it might break down. They're clearly out of money. Do they get to French Guiana? Yes, they do, and the French are gone, essentially, just like that. Oh, they still have to get Oceania. They're gone now. Here are the final 2. Spain has the advantage. The game is super lagging out right now. Here's the war. Did the Finns run out of money? Yes, they did. And I know they put their capital in Mongolia, but that is not going to be enough. Dang, Finland, Latvia, Estonia, Poland. That was a very good effort, but it turns out Spain, Ireland, Cyprus, and Portugal wins. And if you really want to be picky about it, Spain wins, because their capital is still in Madrid, and they led the union. And wow, that was really fun. Actually, I would like to come back and maybe do this with like other massive world organizations, maybe like the European Union versus the African Union, or ASEAN versus US states. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below what kind of other ideas I can do in this format, because this was fun. And a big old thanks to my patrons. I stole DruuuWu's Robux and won't return them until he plays Cartwright into DruuuWu. Alexander, the Argentinian grandpa. I'm back, boys. A fat normal. Connor, I will literally revive Megan. Drew doesn't realize Imperial Pan flag is the same as modern Japan. Nord Tyrol, the Mexican 760. And Boy.